Welcome to another History Skills video. Today we're looking at contradiction between sources. When you are analysing a source, it is helpful to compare what information it provides when compared with other sources. Doing this helps you to more successfully evaluate your sources, especially in regards to their accuracy. What is contradiction? Contradiction is the ability to compare two separate sources and find information that differs between them. Contradiction is when things said by the two sources cannot both be true. One has to be wrong. For example, if one source said that Germany won World War I and another source said that Britain won World War I, they clearly cannot both be right. One of the sources has to be wrong. This is a point of contradiction. When a second source provides the opposite information to the first, the second source is considered to contradict, disagree with the first. Finding contradiction between sources helps you to determine how accurate or reliable a particular source is. But please be aware, sources may provide different kinds of information that may not prove contradiction. Contradiction is only information that is provided by two separate sources that cannot be true at the same time. So how do you find contradiction? In order to identify information that is disagreed upon by two different sources, follow these steps. Firstly, read the first source and summarize the key points of historical information it provides. Using direct and indirect quotes helps with this. Secondly, read the second source and summarize the key points of information that it provides. Again, using quotes will help with this. Thirdly, compare the two different summaries that you've written and look for conflicting information in both lists. Fourthly, any information provided by one source that is contradicted by the other can be used to show contradiction. But what if you cannot find contradiction? This is perfectly fine. Most of the time, sources will not provide information that is contradicted by other sources. This may be because they are talking about different things, or they provide information that is very similar. If you cannot find direct contradiction between your sources, use other analysis skills to evaluate them. Now that you know what contradiction is and how to identify it, let's look at an example to solidify your learning. Our example is about a very famous battle from the ancient world. In 1274 BC, two huge armies clashed near the city of Kadesh in the Middle East. One army, the Egyptians, was commanded by Pharaoh Ramses II, and the opposing force, the Hittites, was led by King Muwatalli II. In total, the Battle of Kadesh involved over 40,000 troops, including an incredible number of chariots, over 5,000 by some estimates. After the battle, each king provided conflicting accounts of who actually emerged as the victor. In an Egyptian account called the Poem of Pentor, it said that the pharaoh had power over his enemies and killed them without their being able to escape. Then the Hittite king sent a messenger to beg desperately to the great Ramses II, saying, "Peace is better than war. Give us mercy." In this account, the Egyptian source states that the Hittite king asks for peace, which implies that Ramses won the battle. However, a Hittite primary source provides an alternative account. When Muwatalli became king of the Hittites, the people of Kadesh entered into an alliance with the king of Egypt. Therefore, Muwatalli, the king of Egypt, fought with each other over the people of Kadesh. Muwatalli defeated the king of Egypt. It is clear that the two different sources offer conflicting information. The Poem of Pentor states that Ramses won the battle, while the Hittite account attributes the victory to Muwatalli. Since both accounts cannot both be true, these two sources are considered to conflict with each other. More research should be done to determine which of the two sources is more likely to be trustworthy. Now that you better understand contradiction, I hope that you feel more confident in your studies. If you need further explanations, examples and advice, head over to historyskills.com and I'll see you next time.